I remember over the past, I would just say 8 months, I've always told myself, it would be nice if Barcelona signed Florian Wirtz. I've always said that. That is a player that I admire. That is a player that I just think could have created a lot of chaos at the club. He is simply a player that can do so much. And I've always said, Florian Wirtz, Florian Wirtz, Florian Wirtz. He needs to be signed so he can play with Rafinha and Yamal. Florian Wirtz, Florian Wirtz. But I was too arrogant, all right? And I was too selfish to think that, do we have a player of his profile in the academy or in this Barcelona squad? I was too arrogant to think in that way because all I thought about was, who could we buy? We have money. Who could we buy? What world-class player could we buy so we can be even better? But I never even really thought about this. But have you guys not noticed that Gavi and Florian Wirtz are basically the exact same player? I have been so selfish, so blinded, okay? I have been so blinded that I have not even really thought about this, that Gavi is our Florian Wirtz. Gavi is a player who can play on the left wing position just like Florian Wirtz can. Gavi is a player who can provide a lot of key passes, attacking opportunities, goals, assists, just like Florian Wirtz can. Florian Wirtz is a player who plays very quick in tight spaces, who can create 1-2s just out of nowhere. That is, once again, Florian Wirtz and Gavi. They are the exact same player. So I think that we have our own Florian Wirtz, and that is Gavi. And I think that Gavi can reach those levels. He can be considered as one of the best midfielders in the world in about 5 months from today.